can be a good ploy because he's Pakistan's best bet with the ball, Umar Gul. And so if you can attack him, you can get Pakistan under pressure. That's a wide hit, and well, he's gone for the appeal. Pakistan are very keen to get that one, but umpire thinks otherwise.
Big appeal from Umar Gul, the bowler, for caught behind. Let's take a look. Well, the ball just started to swing after it passed the bat. Big deviation as it got to the keeper. He was convinced. The umpire, Paul Rifle, wasn't. 3 for no loss after the first over. Cheema into the attack. Bit of a strike bowler, isn't he?
He is actually, but Pakistan not getting Hafiz in early with the new ball, and that could be because both Mahela and Dilshan are very good players of spin bowling. Impressive. That's shot and wide and put away through point for 4. Soft ball is being treated quite harshly.
Bit of a loosener, kind of football looseness to somebody like Mahela Jayawardene. Was short and wide from Cheema. It's a lovely pitch to bat on. It's a super shot from Mahela Jayawardene. It's gone fine in before. Continuing his good touch. Mahela Jayawardene. It's gone leg byes.
Wrong line, and Mahela is in such good form that he'll put you away, even though that was a leg by boundary.
Umpires for today's game, Steve Davis, plenty of experience in one-day internationals. And younger partner, Paul Rifle.
Rifle in Hindi or Urdu means banduk.
This time it's gone through. That's his strength. Offside. Likes to free his arms. Dilshan gets off the mark.
I think it was misfielded by Hafiz. It really was bashed hard. Stand and deliver. Crunchy drive, and Hafiz had hardly any time to get down and control it.
Another one. It's gone through. It's an expensive over. 17 runs of the over. It's 20 for no loss.
Hafiz 79 wickets in 97 matches, and you can add a bit of brilliance with the bat, so he becomes such an important player as a result for Pakistan. Afridi 343 needs 7 more for 350, and then Saeed Ajmal can befuddle the very best in the business. 90 wickets of just 62 matches, and look at the average, 24.43, a clear match winner.
It's flying off the bat of Dilshan at the moment. Just doing it in boundaries. Batting on 12 and 3 fours, all 3 of Cheema.
I think he's got to change gear here, Azaz Cheema, and also Misbah Haq. I think he's got to show a bit of intelligence, show a bit of variation and guile. Because if he continue to bowl in that fashion, trying to bowl at speed, then he's going to go for runs. Once again, a cracking shot from Tilakratne Dilshan. Looks to be in great touch.
Doesn't matter. Stand and deliver. He's on fire. And looking very dangerous, Tilakratne Dilshan.
Pitch the ball up. He'll go for 4. Pitch it a little shorter, and he'll whack it square through the offside. This really was gloriously done. Wide over the crease was Azaz Cheema, and all Tilakratne Dilshan did was to whack it while standing on his crease. Good balance, good follow through, muscled it through the offside.
Big hit. Just gave himself a little bit of room by moving towards the leg side and trying to clear the infield. Finds the fielder. It's a very good catch taken there by Mohammad Hafiz, and Cheema will be quite relieved to get a wicket in the end.
Well, Pakistan should consider themselves very lucky. This really was smashed hard. Wanted to get it over the infield. Found Hafiz, and Azaz Cheema, well, he'll be very happy. He's netted the Mahela Jayawardene, always an important wicket. But he's gone for 12, 33 for 1.
Another class act comes in, Kumar Sangakkara. Close to 10,400 runs in one-day internationals.
Good thing and a positive thing about Sangakkara actually is that he can keep up the momentum. And that's a classy way to begin the innings. What a strike from Sangakkara. Off the pads and brilliantly done.
You ball on the pads to any Asian batsman, you ask him for trouble. He'll be very happy with this delivery onto the pads, and he's already in a good position. Keeping a steady head, nicely balanced, just 3 fielders on the leg side. It's a great way to get off the mark.
Well, he's found the gap. He checked the shot at the last moment. He should get 2, maybe even 3 if they go quickly for it. Sangakkara will be coming for quickly. Dilshan's very quick between the wickets. Always has been very swift between the wickets, Dilshan. And Sri Lanka know that every run is going to be important. He's looking to hit on the rise, Tilakaratne Dilshan. Just managed to get it in the gap, but yes, these are very fit runners, both Sangakkara and Dilshan. And Pakistan will need fielding like this. If Sri Lanka need every run to put pressure on Pakistan, Pakistan will need efforts like this to put the pressure on the Sri Lankans. I think the Sri Lankans probably under more pressure, simply because they know it's a must-win game for them. And there it is, up in the air. Will it be out? Yes, he takes it. It's a good bouncer. Saeed Ajmal running forward and taking that catch. Tilakaratne Dilshan will be disappointed with himself. He's looking at where it hit the bat, probably near the splice, but a much needed wicket for the Pakistanis. Got the feeling it was a bit too close to pull for Dilshan, and yes, it hit the splice, and in the end a good catch. So big wicket, very big wicket for Pakistan. They have struck twice, and mind you, Cheema has been the one who's got both for his captain. So Dilshan gone for 20, it's 43 for 2. Sri Lanka have lost their second wicket for 43. Both their openers back in the pavilion now. Dinesh Chandimal coming in to replace Dilshan. Sangakkara is timing the ball superbly. That will be another boundary. Effortlessly done by Sangakkara. The runs have been coming. They've been scoring at a good rate, but Sri Lanka have also lost too many wickets. Sangakkara on that occasion is timing it in that gap, closing the face just that little bit, but getting it well in the gap at mid-wicket and mid-on. The outfield is fast. The run rate is fine. What a catch! Yunus Khan taking it. It was travelling that ball, poking outside the off stump. Dinesh Chandimal. Yunus Khan diving to his left and taking an outstanding catch. Well, the umpires are checking something because Dinesh Chandimal has obviously been told to wait. Obviously can't be the no ball. Nothing else to check because the catch looked clean. Well, Chandimal must be hoping that he might have some luck there, but Pakistan will not have anything of it. Well, that's a touch and go situation. Is there anything just behind the line, on the line? It's a no ball. It's got to be just something behind the line. This is not an easy angle to pick from. We'll have to wait and see what the stump camera is. Yes, he's been given out. So Sri Lanka have lost their third wicket. Chandimal out. Look at this effort by Yunus Khan. What an effort. Diving to his left. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely top class. So he's gone for a duck, and it's 47 for 3. As Telemani comes in to take strike. Once again, a full-length delivery. a look at this catch. Yunus Khan is a right-hander. He's dived to his left. The ball was travelling. Chandimal just trying to run the ball down, perhaps forgetting that there was a slip in position. This is one of the truly outstanding catches. Mohammad Hafiz coming in the ball, the last of the mandatory overs. He'll get it away for a boundary. Played it very late, Sangakkara. 50 coming up for the Sri Lankans with that boundary.
Great experience. He's got Umar Gul. He's Pakistan's spearhead. Well, the right one is a wicket ball. That's the one that went away from the right-hander. Previous one came in.
Quick single. Direct hit would be important. And full and dive in the end, missing the stance, the bowler. Putting in the desperate dive. Akmal is very quick onto the ball. Oh, and again touch and go. Had it been a direct hit. Well, the bat might have been in the air. Oh, it would have been out. Bat was suddenly in the air, bounced off the pitch, and he can't believe it. Akmal. Taken, brilliant catch. Was struck very hard by Tirumanne, and Omar Akmal has taken a super catch. Was travelling very quickly, and he takes it comfortably in the end. Well, the changes worked for Pakistan. Hamad Azam coming in place of Achal Shabir, picking up a wicket in his very second over. Once again, they should have put it away, but hit it straight to the of one of the best fielders in the team for Pakistan. Omar Akmal takes a good catch in the end. 4 down for 65. Tehran gone for 7. New man in Zuful Taranga normally opens the batting. Middle order these days. He's got to come good.
Afridi is coming on to board. 32 years of age. 731. 3 digits that will be going through his mind. 7 more for 350 test one-day wickets. 1 run for 7,000 one-day runs. And 3 more sixes to get a triple century of sixes. That's a lovely cover drive, over pitched and put away through the offside quite beautifully by the left-hander. Boundary after 13 overs for Sri Lanka, and it's Taranga who's spoiled the fun for Afridi.
Well, it's a welcome boundary for Sri Lanka. They've been tied up so much, but Uful Taranga breaking the shackles. It's getting it in that gap, hitting against whatever turn Afridi would have had, because he bowls leg spin, don't forget. Spins the ball in.
$100 comes up for Sri Lanka. Chase for the man in the deep. They'll certainly come back for 2 runs. Just looking at the figures of Hafiz, Ajmal and Afridi, the 3 Pakistan spinners. That's gone for 4. Read the links so early. Hafiz is just a little bit disappointed. But credit to Sangakkara for carving it away through mid-wicket. 50-run partnership is also raised as a result of that 4. 20 years of age, plenty of talent is Hamad Azam.
Oh, beautifully driven. They'll be looking for a couple, and that they should get. So 2 more runs to Kumar Sangakkara, just easing it away on the offside.
Inside edge, lucky escape in the end. Chase for Azaz Chimal, gets to the ball, 2 runs taken. So it's another good over for Sri Lanka. Still a ball to come. They've already picked Ahmad Azam for 6. It's a slow pitch, so you've got to be careful when cutting the ball. At times you can be a little early into that shot. Pace of the blade closing at the impact. But the ball away from the stump, so no danger of getting out.
And one can understand that because the top 4 batsmen are back in the pavilion. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Opening the face of the bat at the last moment. Much needed boundary for the Sri Lankans. They're in their 30th over now and 128 on the board. They know that it's not enough to challenge the Pakistanis. The partnership now 63 between these two. Look at the way he's opened the face of the bat and run the ball past that fielder at short third man. Should get a couple. Ball's curving away from the fielder. Oh, excellent effort. Missed Dowlak. Restricting it to only 1 run. It's 131 for 4. That should be a boundary. A little bit of width offered. And Taranga quick to seize on that.
Earlier they were looking to consolidate, but now they're playing few shots. Nice to see Opal Taranga playing that all along the ground and finding that gap. It's important, the placement once again it's a little bit too wide. Ahmad Azam, who's been bowling from this superstar lightning end, he did pick up a wicket early in his spell, but at times a bit too wide.
Well, that's a half century. 25th half century for Opal Taranga. The 4th against Pakistan. And what a man to have in your corner, batting at number 6. And that'll be Sangakkara's half century. His 71st half century. Most by any Sri Lankan. That's 146 for 4. Push it for the second run. Sangakkara coming very quickly and doing it well. 150 comes up. That's very good running by the Sri Lankans.
Very good partnership as well, making sure that they continue to bat in the same fashion.
Nicely played. It could well go to the boundary. Yes, it does. Saeed Ajmal coming into bowl. Bowled him. That is why he's such a dangerous bowler. Taranga didn't pick it. Bowled in between bat and pad.
I just have a feeling it might have been the other one, the Dusha, expecting the ball to turn to go away from the left-hander. They just went in, beautifully bowled. Special delivery from a special bat to bring the partnership sent back. Opal Taranga, who was looking really good. It's gone to 57. Sri Lanka 161 for 5.
And that brings to the crease Parvez Maruf.
That's gone up in the air. Which should be taken. It's Mr. Dowlak has taken an easy catch, and I guess that Maruf has been undone by another Dusra from Saeed Ajmal. Gets the ball to bounce more. When he does that, Dusra and Maruf playing the sweep shot, getting the top edge. And so another wicket falls in the batting pathway for Sri Lanka.
Well, we got that Sri Lanka could ill afford to lose. Parvez Maruf is gone for 2. It's 165 for 6.
Kulusekara can belt the ball hard. Is turning out to be a bit of an all-round gem for Sri Lanka. Fast outfield runs for the right-hander Kulusekara. Azaz Chima will not be able to hold the bat back into play.
Very useful runs but Said Ajmal has bowled brilliantly. Well, that's the first boundary in the power play. Kulasekara wasn't in total control of the shot. He was just pushing at it. And luckily for him, it split the gap.
Gone for that pull shot, and is given by the umpire. Faint tackle. And keeper taking the catch. He doesn't look too convinced. Kulasekara. Umar Gul will take it. It's his 150th ODI scalp. 10th Pakistani to get there. And so Sri Lanka once again losing a wicket when lock was required from the tail.
Nuwan Kulasekara going for that pull shot. Well, did he touch the bat? I think it did. He scored down the leg side. Good catch by the keeper. Sri Lanka loses another important wicket. Sangakkara stranded at the other end. Out for 4. 172 for 7.
Prasanna just 9 matches. More renowned for his leg spin bowling than batting. That's a big shot. That's gone. Brilliantly done. That's gone flat for 6. First 6 of the match. Sangakkara really did hit it hard.
He had to do something different with Sangakkara. You can't just keep knocking the ball into gaps, getting a single off the first ball. So that's a chance he had to take, and came off well.
Bowled in. He's picked up another wicket here. He's got rid of the top 3 Sri Lankans. It's Sangakkara who's gone inside edge. He's obviously destroyed by that dismissal. Ball kept just a little bit low and edged it onto the stumps.
Well, that's a wicket Sri Lanka could ill afford to lose. It was Sangakkara who they were looking for was at least something to bowl at to bat the 50 overs. Naturally, he looks disappointed. His reaction seems to say that. But well, Sri Lanka have lost their kingpin. Sangakkara gone for 71. Good hand. 182 for 8.
116 matches for Lasith Malinga. Didn't play against India. That's hit him. Can be slippery, as asked Chima. Not a fast ball, but obviously didn't look at the ball, and so got hit as a result.
Didn't bounce as much as he thought. Was just trying to take his head away. Well, in fact, it did bounce. It's just that he couldn't get out of the way in time.
Prasanna one, Malinga will have to get some boundaries. Hold on, 4 and straight. That's what he needs to do. He's come back very, very strong, conceding 21 in his first 2 overs. Thereafter, he's picked up 4 wickets.
Well, it's a tail-ender shot, but it's a poor shot. He's an experienced player now, Lasith Malinga. He knows that plenty of overs left. There's 5 overs left after this over's completed. And all he had to do was to try and stick around with Prasanna, who seems to be a capable batsman. He's gone for 1 and 187 for 9.
Last man in is Suranga Lakmal. Not much of an average there, just the 1. Afridi can't reach it. Again the top edge. Almost picking up a wicket. Ajmal. Bit of a tester that for Afridi at short side leg.
Yes, it was spinning away from him as well. Difficult to take these catches.
With that angle, it's making it even more difficult.
Yes, the Dusra again, you can see. Play forward defensively. That's going to be it. Yes, it is. Lucknow trying to go for the big hit. Taken at long off. And Ajmal also finishes with 4 wickets. Chima finished with 4 wickets. Ajmal finishes with 4 wickets. And this is a terrific performance by the Pakistanis. Dismissing a strong Sri Lankan batting lineup for 188 in the 46th over. So 4.2 overs wasted by the Sri Lankans. Going for the big hit. And Jamshed making no mistake.
It was an easy catch between the booster once again, and he can't play the big shots against Syed Ajmal. And he's been quite splendid to watch. Great treat to watch.
For the Sri Lankan batting, good batting lineup. Dilshan, Jayawardene, they were taken early, then Sangakkara and Theravane, I beg your pardon, Tharanga had a partnership. But none of the others really made a contribution, and that's the reason why they find themselves in this position. All out for 188 in the 46th over. Not enough runs on the board unless Malinga and company can produce something special.